What's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of Free to Win. Today, I'm going to show you my R5 teams. That's right, teams. Two of them, because it's really hard to raid with people that don't speak your language, so it's easier if I have two teams built where they have one team built. And the challenging part is this is free to win, which is not just a free to play. It is free to play, by the way. It is free to play. We spent $0, not even 99 cents, nothing. $0 on this account. We're using only 2 and 3 star monsters, which is the real challenge. It's less about like not spending money, and it's more about like 2 and 3 star monsters just naturally don't have as good of stats as the NAT 4s and NAT 5s. Aside from the Second Awakening ones, which are kind of nice to have those introduced to the game, because then we could stick some DPS, 2A DPS on there, and then they're a little bit tankier to survive without dying so easily, without being that squishy. So anyway, let's take a look at an example R5 run, and I'll show you the runes and why I stuck these units in there. Yeah, it's about as insane as it looks. So imagine going into R5 and queuing up and getting into a group and seeing like someone using all 2 and 3 star monsters to try to do this. We'll talk about what monsters we picked, what monsters we stuck in there, and why. We have not a whole lot of DPS on these teams. We have 2 DPS units on the back on here, but we need a lot of tanky and we need a lot of sustain on these teams because NAT 3s, again, like I said, NAT 3s and NAT 2s generally have lower base stats than NAT 4s and NAT 5s, aside from the Second Awakened ones. Thankfully, Second Awakened ones are nice. But we have, if you see here, the front line has 4 healers. And we can't have like a 2-unit front line because we don't have tanky enough defense. Like these NAT 2s and NAT 3s don't have tanky enough defense to really be able to survive having just 2 in the front line. Whereas like if you have 4 in the front line, the requirements for tankiness are a little bit less. So we stuck 4 in the front line for basically everything. We have some damage mitigation. We have that light salamander is only there for his tankiness. He also has an attack break for skill 1 as well. There's a decent amount of attack breaks here. On both teams, actually, yeah, on both teams, because we have Fran, we have Mao for attack break on the second team. They're gonna get stunned they're gonna get like stun. No, never mind. Okay, cool. We have Drunken Master has an attack break on that one, and Fran, and then there's attack breaks on Darian plus Light Salamander, Charmin, is that his name? And then Colleen too. So there's a lot of attack breaks on both of those. And we actually have the most damage. It's the second team because there's 2 big DPS units that do damage based on max HP. This guy that's, well, we're using his rep though, but he's doing more assists. So this might die. Sometimes a couple of them don't survive, but the run's still pretty successful though. So it took a while to actually get all these things done. They're not even grinded either. Like a lot of the runes aren't completely grinded and maxed. So it was kind of a while to. That wasn't even the best time for this. It was kind of a while to actually finish this team. Plus I was slacking. It's mostly just because I was slacking on doing this. So let's take a look at Let's take a look at not the energy. Let's take a look at the runes. Let's take a look at the runes on everything. So Colleen. Fast and accuracy and tankiness. I mean, not accuracy. Sorry, fast and tanky. Speed, HP. Like I said, some of the runes aren't maxed. I didn't even realize that wasn't maxed. I'm gonna facepalm at half of this. You know I will, right? But we need her to be fast and we need her to be somewhat tanky. She has got low base defense because she's a natural 2-star. So not violent or anything, just on whatever. Actually, triple revenge is not bad for Colleen because that gives you a consistent attack power break. Then we have this guy. He's just like, look at these runes. They're clearly amazing runes, guys. We just wanted to make him tanky as well. Again, not crazy base HP. Base defense is better than Colleen, but still not anything crazy. Right, we just have tankiness on here. He's actually, for being a 2-star, he's not even skilled up, which is pretty funny. I mean, funny because I have no better words for it. Sad. Probably sad. Okay, it's more sad than anything else. Again, this is another one that would be good for revenge. Accuracy, there's some people that did test, not me personally, but there's some people that did tests based on how much accuracy would that lack of skill ups is pissing me off. But there's people that did tests to show the amount of accuracy that you need in R5, and they found out that you really need like not that much accuracy, like 15% accuracy. So he's got these, and he's got the passive gains immunity against freeze and stun effects, increases the recovery amount you receive by 100%. So he's not bad for frontline, and revenge is good on him as well. We have Darien, which is Darien. We just have him tanky. Just tanky. Again, revenge is not bad on Darien. Revenge is pretty good in R5 just in general. This is there to cleanse and heal. Wish we had better defense on her, but we don't even have a 2-set on her. We just have random stuff. But yeah, none of these runes are like super amazing. It's just whatever we could put to make it fast and tanky. Fast and tanky for here. Fast and tanky for here. These two don't need to be as fast. They just need to be tanky. And revenge would be the best on them. Let's take a look at what we have on her. She's speed, crit, damage, attack. Rune's not even maxed. I mean, this is the thing. Like, we would love to have runes maxed on here. Not high crit rate. She provides a little bit of debuffs with this first skill, but she really is just a damage dealer. There's better stuff, like the Crow is better, and then the Naomi's better. I wish we had better runes on these things, but she's just speed, HP. She's not even maxed either, because why would things need to be maxed? She's basic. She takes the place of Hua, right? So she's there for speed break, defense break, heal block, and attack gauge reduction. She's so good. Actually, she's really, really, really good in R5. Just in general, not even gimmick team or no gimmick team. Regardless if you're running KB5, if you're running regular R5, if you're running she's such a good unit. For the same reason you run Hua in R5, Lauren is great in R5 too. And she's got a leader skill if you need to use it as well. Fran is just here because Fran is a tanky unit that has some heals. Not necessarily that Fran's the best unit in here, but she works. I know some people use Fran in the KB5, but that wasn't necessarily the plan, was to use Fran. He's just here because he's one of my best runed units. One of my best. But that's not really that great rune. Yeah, I know it's not that great runed, but he's tanky and he does some damage and he's got a heal, right? But the defense needs to be better. If we were gonna do 2 in the front line, the defense would need to be way higher than this. So, and then she is just there to be. She's not that bad. She doesn't provide any damage or debuffs. You know what? She kind of is not that great either. She doesn't provide any damage or debuffs, but she does have this cleanse and heal, which is kind of nice. There's also Konami. I bet we could take her out and put something else in there. I bet we could take her out and put something else in there. I have to think of what else I want to stick in there. Probably something with a leader skill, because we're really lacking on leader skills. Konami is great. You already know Konami is great because Konami has got the cleanse and heal. The stun doesn't matter here, and we just want it to be fast and tanky. Again, like, these things aren't even maxed. These things aren't grinded. These things aren't anything. This is just doing damage based on enemy harmful effects. So he does a lot of big damage. Plus he does defense break. Plus he does brand. And he does team up, which also more debuffs, especially with things that have debuffs on the first skills when he teams up with things. With the second skill, it's nice if he teams up with, like, for example, this, who has an attack power break on the first skill. So Crow will team up with that, and he'll get that attack power break, that extra attack power break too. Actually, if I swapped some of these around, this might be it might operate better based on the units that have, because some of these in the second team don't have as many debuffs. The Lulu doesn't have debuffs either, but they're cleansers. They're units that are there to cleanse. And then she just does damage based on the amount of harmful effects granted on the enemy. So that's basically, she's just for damage. She's there for damage, and Crow's there for damage. So let's go to, that's it. We don't have any Guild Wars. I would do like Guild Wars and stuff if we had Guild Wars, but we don't have any Guild Wars going on. So let's do a couple summons. Let's call it a day. GG. GGR5. Oh my god. I think my headphones are doing weird things, man. I don't know. I've got one light dark. Do we have any of these? Do we want to do these? Do we need to do these? No. Wait, is there a salamander? Well, there you go. Anyway, alright guys, that's it for this one. Just wanted to show you the free-to-win R5 double teams. of course, is going to be better and more consistent. I mean, it was fine. Like, no one actually even died on it. Sometimes they die, but still the runs succeed. But anyway, working on it, and I was working on it. I was like, you know, let me do a video, because I wanted to do a video on this for a while, showing the teams. But it's not really as much about, like, oh, I need NAT 5 for... Actually, a lot of NAT 5s are bad for R5. I see you guys bring in, like, Wusa and Sigmaris and stuff like that. I'm like... About that Wusa Sigmaris team, Wusa Sigmaris Veramos R5 team you're running. It's important to have units that do multiple debuffs to the enemies, cleanse, and big damage that are based, and attack gauge reduction, and big damage based on enemy debuffs. So those are kind of the things that you want to go for in R5. Hope it helped. Someone may be thinking of R5 teams that are like, oh, I want to do this, want to do that. Try to keep in mind, like, bring units that have debuffs for the boss. That's the big thing. Debuffs or damage or cleanse and heal. Like, they need to be providing something. If you're bringing things that are like, if you're bringing Wusa, he's got immunity and shield. The boss is going to suck that up and heal based on the amount of debuffs that he sucked up. So Wusa brings no debuffs to the boss, and he really doesn't bring a cleanse. It's just immunity and a shield, which is going to get stripped anyway. So the boss strips. I don't know if you know that. The boss, he strips and he stuns and things. So anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.